Boy, I hate when that shit happens. I should have put my shit on vibrate. Anyway, what's good, brothers? I was running my head. I was 4 minutes in recording this video, but try to put my shit on vibrate. The shit, damn. My phone always going off all day, every day. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this motherfucker out the window. But anyway, yeah, man, I just want to chop it up about what comes with knowing your worth. You know what I mean? And basically the reason I chose to talk about this topic was for many reasons, man. But I just feel that, a lot of people say that they know their worth, or they say that they want to self-improve, or that they want to be internally validated and whatnot, but, they don't know what comes with it. Or as soon as they see what comes with it, they just go back to reverting back to, relying on compliments. And, when people try to fill your head up with stuff, they try to rely on that. But with that being said, man, just get right into it, man. So one of the things that comes with knowing your worth, you will be demonized. And you will be demonized because, like I tell some of you brothers who talk to me off of the camera, your success brings out the insecurities in other people. So you can be like, well, damn, I'm not even like damn, CEO, or CEO Josh, whatever you brothers choose to call me, it's fine. I don't really, it don't really matter. But and so you could be like, damn, I'm still in high school. I ain't even graduated yet. I ain't even did this, that, and like I haven't even done this yet. I'm like, well, you're heading that way. You don't even necessarily have to have everything you want, or you don't even necessarily have to achieve all of your aspirations in this life yet. But the fact that you're heading down that path, fuck that. The fact that you can even be heading that way, or kind of like isolate. Well, I don't want to say isolating, but kind of like spending that alone time, or like having that time to yourself, so to say, when you're going through the grind phase, as I call it, because truth be told, and speaking from experience, when you're on your grind and, you know what I mean, you're, like I was saying, when you're going towards your aspirations and your goals, I don't want to call them dreams, because I don't believe in dreams. To anybody that does, I mean, hey, to each his own, but me personally, I don't believe in dreams. The reason being is because because dreams come to you when you're asleep, and I like to be awake. And it sounds corny, but fuck it. I'm to get back on topic. But anyway, yeah, man. So, So like I was saying, from experience, when you're on your grind, you're gonna have to spend some time alone. You know what I mean? And like I said, nobody else is gonna see your vision but you. Like, you can give yourself a time limit, even though it's really no rush on success, but you know what I mean? Like, you can give yourself, okay, in 5 years, 3 to 5 years, I'm going to be here. I'm going to do this, and this, and whatever the case may be. But with that being said, man, from experience, one of the main things that comes with being, with knowing your worth is you're going to get demonized for a reason being is because people are insecure, or your success will bring the insecurities out of people. Now, does that mean that you should stop being successful or heading on that path to success? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of, never be surprised by how insecure the average person is, because a lot of people are insecure. That's why you see a lot of people doing the same shit. That's why everybody looks the same, or dresses the same, or listens to the same music, or does the same things, whether it be play sports. Nothing wrong with playing sports. I'm just giving examples. Playing sports, or chasing after girls, and being on some other shit. You know what I mean? But people are afraid to be themselves or to be different. Well, really, nowadays, when people say you're different, you're really being yourself. But with that being said, man, just to give a quick story, not too long, like a little 3.5 years ago, I was going through it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really gonna talk about it, or the situation itself. But so yeah, man. So I never forget, man. I was talking to my father, and he told me, he said a lot without saying much. I'm gonna say it again. He said a lot without saying much. Meaning what? Meaning he said that. He was like, "You are a mighty king and never settle for less." You know what I mean? And just that little, those few little words he said right there, man, I was like, you know what? And that's when my mindset shifted. I was like, okay, never settle. And I'm not even necessarily just talk about dealing with women. Never settle for anything in life, because when you settle, you know, I like to look at things from this perspective, or those who talk to me know I have a different perspective. I like to have options in life. Like I said, I don't necessarily mean it towards women. I'm not even well, you can say women, but I'm not even talking about the women. I'm talking about with money, with anything you want, like where you want to live, where you want to go, how you know what I mean, like whatever you want to do. I like to have options, because you know it's always good to have options, because it's never good to it's never good to put all your eggs in one basket. One, and two, it's always good to have like that. I'm not gonna say a backup plan, but you know what I mean, like. You know, like if we're talking about the money aspect, my bad. See, motherfuckers calling, man. That shit I be talking about. But anyway, yeah, man, if we're talking about the money aspect, then shout out to my big bro. Yeah, he always, even when we were in high school, you know what I mean, he was talking about having multiple sources of income and building wealth and acquiring land and real estate. He was on this shit when we was teenagers. And I'm like, I'm just looking at him like, damn. And but with that being said, man, I was like, you know what? Now that we're older, and I'm like, bro, you was so right, dude. And that's one of the reasons, like I say, shout out to big bro. If you see this, bro, love and respect, salute. Yeah, man, like I was saying. So yeah, I like to have options in life, man, whether that be places I live or places I travel or people I interact with, people I do business with, and women. You know what I'm saying? Notice I put the women last and all the other shit first. You know what I'm saying? That's another topic for another day. But I just got to emphasize on that, because, I mean, I know how most cats on these social media platforms, they always say, yeah, you always want to keep your options open with women. Who doesn't know that? Like, bro, come on, man. Fuck y'all. But anyway, not y'all, but the people who prioritize women and put women on the pedestal and shit. Fuck them. But anyway, back to the topic. So yeah, man, like I was saying, and another thing that comes with knowing your worth is you'll be overlooked. You know what I mean? Like that's you can say that's the main reason, but you know, with knowing your worth and being on this path to self-validation, because as they say, you know, self-perseverance is the law of the land. So, man, with that being said, you're going to be overlooked. You're not going to be given your credit, quote unquote credit. You know what I'm saying, man? People are going to demonize you. People are going to talk about you. People see what you're doing, but they're not going to, I'll never forget. People, and like I have this photo saved in my phone that said, people will not support something you're doing, but like what you're doing, but won't support it just because it's you doing it. I'm going to say it again. People will like what you're doing, actually support what you're doing, quote unquote, but just the fact that it's you doing it, they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, oh, whatever. But then it needs to be the same people that'll, like I say, the people who make fun of you that you may be in school with, or you may work with, or hell, even people in your family even. I mean, let's just keep it real. I'm not saying all family members, but we do have some, or a lot, a vast majority who do that shit too. And then these would be the same people that are asking you for money, or these would be the same people if you have your own businesses and they're flourishing, and then they're asking you, are you hiring? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's funny how life works out sometimes. And he who laughs the last laughs the best. You know what I mean? Because people can laugh at you at first, like, oh, you ain't shit, that shit ain't gonna happen, blah blah blah. And then 5-10 years, however long it take down the line. Like I said, there's no time limit on success, but or what success means to you, because we all have different definitions of success. Because like I said in my podcast, CEO Cole Ever Official Podcast, with the lion as the avatar, just gotta put that out there. You know, gotta market. You know what I'm saying? Not fuck around. No, I ain't. But anyway, yeah, man. Like I was saying, on my podcast, I think the other day or whenever the hell I made it, I was just like, yeah, like, damn, what was I talking about? Damn. I was flowing too. Man, I really need to start writing all this shit down. Damn. Nevertheless, I really forgot what I was about to say. I feel dumb. No, I remember. Yeah, so like I was saying on my podcast, like what success means to you, because we all have different definitions of success. Success to somebody may mean having a lot of money, or having a lot of cars, having the biggest house on the block, or having the newest designer clothes. Like I say, we all have different definitions of success, but success, in my opinion, is not only putting myself in a position, because once again, shout out to Big Bro, salute. Like I said, I give credit where it's due. I'll never forget, he told me this, we were like 18 or 19. And he told me, he was like, yeah, man, in order to take care of the people you want to take care of, first and foremost, you got to make sure that you good. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't expect to take care of other people. I was like, you know what? You're right, bro. You're right. And the reason I say that is because that's my definition of success. Like, my definition of success is not only putting myself in a position to better my circumstances in my life, putting my dad in a position, telling him to start working. Same thing with my mom. Put my daughter in a position so when she's of age, and if I have a son one day, putting them in a position, you know what I'm saying, so they don't have to, they don't have to work for somebody else. I'm like, look, hey, I'm gonna show you how I do things. The only thing, straight up, I'll tell my daughter, and then, like I said, if I do have a child one day when I'm older, when I'm a lot older, fuck all that. But yeah, man, like I was saying, like if I do have another child, I'll just tell them, like, look, I don't want y'all, like, y'all will never have to experience walking in corporate America, and you know what I mean, and working for the man, or just working for somebody else in general. Because I want y'all to be self-reliant. I want y'all to be self-efficient. I want y'all to I want to be that model of, you know what I mean, like that example that y'all follow. You know what I mean, and not just saying to my kids, but to my family, certain family members as well too. Let me just put that out there. Certain family members, certain ones, the ones that took care of me. But anyway, like I was saying, and that ties into knowing your worth, because when you know your worth, you can do things like, you know what I mean, retire your parents or tell your parents to stop working. If you have children or people that you care for outside of your parents, like, you know what, this how we going to do this. You know, we going to open up a business together. We going to do this. We going to do that. Fuck working for somebody else. You know what I mean? Let's just get it on our own. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to just be honest, a lot of my so-called people don't have that entrepreneurial mindset, or they don't have that boss mentality, or you know what I mean, or like that mentality of doing things for their own. They always had a mentality of, and we've all heard it before. We've all heard this shit. Oh, you need to finish school and go into college, and once you graduate college, get a good job, and once you get a good job, keep the job. And to you about what's retirement age, like 65 or some shit like that, unless it changed. But last time I remember it was 65. But nevertheless, man, yeah, so, like, get you a good job and then retire when you're 65. I'm like, you making it seem, first of all, you making it seem like making it to 65, even though that's a blessing from the Most High, is probable, or not probable, but y'all make it seem like being promised to make it to 65 is like, you know what I mean, like it's going to happen, like that's automatic, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like that's not the goal, because the goal is to be older and grow older by the graces of the Most High. But with that being said, you know, like not, or besides that, so I have to wait until I'm 65 to even enjoy my money. And let's be honest, by that dynamic, you're still not enjoying your money, because you got to pay back student loans. You got to, of course, pay bills. We all got to pay bills no matter what you do. So, like I said, you got to pay student loans. You got to work for somebody else. No matter how you're feeling, like, you know, you got bills to pay. You know what I mean? You got to rely on somebody else for your check. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, I think, just to keep it in modern times that I can remember, the recession and the beginning of this pandemic, you know, like that really exposed like how the job structure is. Because I don't believe there is a such thing as a good job, to be honest with you, or security with the job, brother. My fault. I don't think there is security with the job, just for the simple fact. Just for the simple fact, look how many people got laid off. Look how many people are still laid off. Hell, some people got laid off, in like February, March of last year, and they're just not coming to work now. And we're almost in November. I'm like, who wants to go 19, 20 months without money? You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people were limited on, or were, and like a lot of people were, and a lot of people were not even hiring. You know what I mean? They're hiring now because everybody's leaving. Because I think that's one of the best things that came out of this pandemic or the times that we're in, is because like people say, okay, I'm not gonna work for somebody else. I'm just get a side hustle. I'm gonna get multiple side hustles. I'm going to business for myself. I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna work how I want to work, when I want to work, and how much I want to work. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? It's a blessing to being able to move how you want to move, when you want to move, and how you want to move. That's a blessing. And that ties into my podcast episode that I was talking about, titled "What is Your Why?" And this all ties into knowing your worth. Because when you know your worth, like I said, I'm not knocking anybody that has a job. I'll never do that. Like I've said before, like I've said again, I'll never knock anybody that supports themselves or their family, how they feed their families, how they feed themselves, how they make a living or earn a living or obtain a certain lifestyle. I'll never do that. But me personally, I'll never work for anybody else ever again. Why? Because I know how that shit is. I've experienced it. Like, bro, I've had so many jobs. I've had retail jobs. I've had restaurant jobs. I've had warehouse jobs, driving jobs. You name it. The only thing I haven't had was I take that back. I did have a few sales jobs too. I tell you, man, I got that experience, man. That's why I'm so business minded. But no, man, nevertheless, that just all comes with knowing your worth. You know what I mean? And so expect to be overlooked and expect to be demonized because like I was saying, don't be surprised by how insecure the average person is, one, and two, when somebody sees, and you'll notice too, like when you try to fit in, nobody pays you attention. But when you have that I don't give a fuck attitude, you're going to stay to yourself, you're just going to focus on yourself and better yourself. That's when people pay you attention. Why? Because bro, people can see shit. They'll never tell you it or they'll never admit it, but they see that shit. They see, he doesn't talk to us. He doesn't come around us. He just stays to himself every time we see him. You know what I mean? Like what makes him think he needs to be by himself? You know what I'm saying? Or what makes him think that he's above us? You know what I mean? That's how a lot of insecure people think. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, that just comes with knowing your worth, and then the path to knowing your worth isn't easy. Anyway, my fault. Yeah, but like I said, man, the path to being self-validated and knowing your worth is not easy, but it's so worth it, man. Knowing how you are as a man, and like I said, a king knows his worth. He doesn't need somebody to hold his crown for him. I'm gonna say it again: a king knows his own worth. He doesn't need anybody to tell him how valuable his crown is or how valuable his kingdom is. He already knows it, and it shows within itself. You know. So with that being said, I really talked a little longer more than I planned on it, but it's all good though. Like I said, I was recording another video and got a text message. Forgot to put my phone on vibrate. Damn. But nevertheless, man, I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I'm gonna come at y'all with another good video. I don't know what the title gonna be about, but we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. But anyway, peace out.